Hi guys, this is Ranchit. So in this video we are going to see about the storage system in the AWS. So I'm not going to cover the S3 which is the big part of the AWS which needs to be discussed a separate thing. So the other storage system in the AWS which we are going to see, the first thing will be the EBS, which is the most commonly used when you create an instance. So whenever you're going to create an EC2 instance, by the default, the EC2 instance create a storage for you that is called as EBS, which is like Elastic Block Store. So the Elastic Block Store is something I can describe it as like an external hard disk which you are going to attach to an your PC or laptop. So it's like an network drive. So in the simple word, I would say as a network drive, you can attach to your computer anytime and then um, store the data, retry the data, send the data. A lot of things you can do. Imagine the same kind of hard disk as a Elastic Block Store. So Elastic Block Store is something you can attach to the instance. So by default there will be one EBS attached when you create an instance, and then if you want you can create a separate EBS volume and then you can attach to the same instance. So multiples of EBS volume can be attached to a single instance. So the question arises like, can I attach the EBS volume during the instance is running? Yes, you can attach the instance like EBS when the instance is running, and you can also detach when the instance is running. So by default there will be an option like on termination of the instance, can I delete the EBS volume or not? So by the default there will be the EBS volume which is like on default it will be deleting, but the external thing, the EBS volume which you are going to create, that will be not deleted on the termination unless you select the option. So it will be having some network latency. The drawback will be like having a network latency when the data has been transferred or retried from system or the computer instance. So these are the disadvantage, and the major thing which I would like to cover is like the EBS volume is zone based, not even a region based, it's a zone based. For example, if your instance is in US East 1A, then the EBS volume also should be created in US East 1A. If you're going to have in 1B, then you cannot attach the EBS volume to the instance. So this is a very important one uh, which we need to understand. In case if they are going to ask like, then how can I attach an EBS volume to other zone or other region? So the answer is yes, we can attach the same EBS volume, but what you need to do is you need to take a snapshot. Snapshot is something like copying the database. It's not like taking a snapshot, and then the snapshot can be sent over to the other zone or region, and then EBS volume can be recreated. But you cannot access directly the EBS volume which is presented in the primary region. So you need to copy, take a snapshot, then copy to the other region, then and also there will be a question like, can I do a snapshot during the EBS volume is connected to the instance? Yes, we can do a snapshot, but the preferred thing is like detach the EBS volume from the connected instance and then do a snapshot and then copy to the other instance present in the different zone or region. This is a very important thing. And then what else I will say is like yeah. So the thing which I forgot to discuss is like um, for example, if you're going to terminate an instance, then the external EBS volume which you attach to the same instance, if you're going to terminate the instance, still yes, the data will be retained since you did not select the option delete and termination. So the data still remains in the EBS volume. So we covered about a snapshot and then EBS volume. So I'm going with the other type of storage which is very interesting, which is called as instance store, EC2 instance store. The name EC2 instance store says the meaning. EC2 instance and store. So it means that the volume is directly attached to the EC2 instance. Anytime you terminate the instance, data has been deleted. Then what is the use? This can be used as an cache or doing some non-critical process. Where it's something like anytime if you are going to lose the data, if that is not going to impact you, then obviously we can go to this one. So that is the meaning I told, like any purpose for doing the cache or kind of things, we can go with this instance. So this is like having a better input output performance comparing to the EBS volume. And then so if any failure occurs, then the data has been lost. So the backup, if you are doing a backup, then safeguarding the data, it's up to you. But that's not an AWS thing. Then the third type of storage which we are going to see is elastic file system. Elastic file system, it's not an elastic file store. Most of the people say it's elastic file store, and it's like elastic file system. So this is again a network file system. It's like mounted to hundreds of EC2 instances at a time. So the important thing is like the file system will be mounted to hundreds of instances at a time. So this is like there are two types of elastic file systems, which is like infrequent access and regular access. So means it's not which is like frequently accessed and which is like infrequently accessed. So infrequently accessed thing, yeah, hold on.